Okay, so jumping right into it, we're going to develop the view function. So being able to actually view the actual list. And this actually is pretty fun because it's going to be a little bit of a long video because there's two moving pieces, but one of the moving pieces is new. So let's go ahead and just create a new Python file. Okay, I'm going to save this. I believe last time I did this is a different way of doing it. Go to Python to learn many ways of doing the same thing, which is fine. Go to Python, see my Python files. I'm gonna say learning the view to view the list. Okay, view list. So therefore, this is video 3. Okay, great. So what I'm gonna do is mention that in terms of viewing the list, only 2 things can occur. Take a moment and think about what those 2 things can occur. In terms of those 2 things, it could either be empty or it can have items, okay? And I'm going to intentionally focus on it being first, having items, then being empty. So let's say, okay, you can have list has items. I'm going to say task so that I can be consistent with that logic. I'll call it the list can have task or the list is empty. And again, this is another time for you to think about it. Therefore, what does that remind you of? Okay, so hopefully in the back of your mind, you would have said it's either one or the other. So either it's an if statement. It's like if it has items, do something else, do something else. Okay, so with that being the case, what we're going to do is let's create like a dummy list. Okay, so let's say to-do list. Okay. I'm gonna put an underscore, and I can actually have it be empty. Okay, and so if I were to run this and I say print, I think this should give me a null, meaning that it's empty. So learn by doing. Let's go ahead and test this out. Let's do it and see what it says. It said, or it just says empty. Okay, it just says empty. Gives me the blank thing. Okay, so what I want to do is say if it has items, okay, and in terms of that logic, you don't necessarily have to like count or anything or count the number of items in it or just see if any items is in it. All you have to do is just say if to do list, and so Python automatically knows that if it's full, or if it has items, if it has items or task, that means, you know, it will run this line. Okay, print it has task. Keep saying items, task. Whereas if it's empty, okay, what it's going to do is to print it is empty. Okay, so let's run this and let's see what it says. So ideally it should say it is empty. Okay, exactly, it is empty. Okay, however, if I were to add that, you know, do homework, okay, if you spell correctly, it's fine. Okay, now it says it has task. Okay, so do homework, spell it correctly. Okay, and as you can see, it does say it has task. Let's add some more tasks to it just so that we can have something to talk about. Do homework, mow lawn. Hopefully you're mowing your lawns. I don't know, maybe take out the trash, take out trash. Okay. So again, if I run this, it's going to display, it's going to say those 3 things, and then that I printed up here, and then it's going to say it has task. Good. And so even me printing it here, we can actually just modify our code to only print it when we actually generally have task. Okay, and so that could be this is part of our code, and then we can actually define a function, okay, define a function around it, view task. Okay, you have to put a parentheses even though it's not going to have any argument within it. And this is nice to actually articulate. This is a good opportunity to emphasize that Python is indent specific. So by me legitimately not indenting my code in the proper format, it's going to throw an error. So if I were to run this, it's going to say error. Okay. And so it says indented block after function. So what I need to do is just highlight this entire thing that should be within the function and then indent it and then no error. Okay. So when I run this, this is going to give me nothing because I haven't called the view task function. So here we go. Gave me nothing. So what I can do is now utilize this view task anywhere I would like to. So if I don't want to actually run it, I don't have to run it. But here, if I run it, I can then view my task. Okay, boom. It has task. Okay, great, and it's showing us the task. And because of time, I'm actually going to make this a two-part video, two-part concept, because here we're viewing our task, but this format, I don't like it. I don't like this format. Okay, so we're going to learn in the next video how to make that format a little bit more presentable. So join me in the next video.